Good morning. I will have to begin by greeting the organization and Anacom in particular for this conference on international connectivity and the EU Atlantic Data Gateway platform within the framework of the Portuguese presidency of the European Union Council. Next week, we will host the Digital Assembly, one of the most important events within the Portuguese presidency on the digital transition agenda. Prime Minister António Costa will inaugurate the Ela Link, a submarine cable that connects Fortaleza in Brazil to Sines in Portugal, and which will allow us to significantly improve intercontinental connectivity between Europe, Africa and South America. This is obviously an important step for Europe and even more important for Portugal. Our historical condition as a peripheral country, traditionally lagging behind in terms of technological and economic advances, is somehow now compensated with our strategic position from a geographical point of view and also by our cultural contribution that we can bring to this process in Europe. We believe that expanding these direct connectivity links with other continents and markets is key to ensure Europe's competitiveness and resilience. We cannot become an island in the middle of the digital ocean. This connection is an important step in affirming a digital and global leader connected with the whole world. Europe is often seen as the old continent, the powerhouse that cannot keep up with the unstoppable digital disruption we see coming from elsewhere. And it is true, in order to achieve a position of strength on digital leadership, along with other global potentials, we need not only to continue to invest in this type of infrastructure, but also to change its position. And in order to achieve a position of strength and digital leadership, alongside other global powers, we need to continue to invest in this type of infrastructure, such as submarine cables, to promote cloud services based in Europe, such as Gaia-X, to create an European advanced computing network, which will have a hub here in Portugal at the University of Minho, or to stimulate our European-based entrepreneurship ecosystem, as we did last March on the Digital Day, through the approval of the Digital Nation Standards and the capture for Portugal of the first European permanent structure dedicated to entrepreneurship. At the same time, as digital has no borders, to really bring Europe to the forefront of digital innovation, we need to strengthen and foster international cooperation by fostering our partnerships with other similar countries. We have to work at two levels. At internal European level, strengthening investment in connectivity and on an integrated data and cloud platform like Gaia-X, which Portugal started to integrate from this week on, but also externally reinforcing the role of Europe on a global scale. We must contribute to Europe's geostrategic affirmation as an area of security, trust and balance between economic development and ethical principles. Therefore, as a guideline to illuminate the path to be taken, one of the most visible and symbolic actions of the Portuguese presidency will be the signature of the Digital Democracy with a Purpose Declaration. This declaration, based on the digital rights subject, using the European way of doing business as a competitive advantage, promoting a reliable partnership with other countries that have the same principles and values as Europe, will be crucial. We also want different stakeholders, companies, NGOs, academia, civil society and third countries to join the spirit and principles of this Lisbon Declaration. We have therefore added to the declaration a framework of digital principles, which, in our opinion, is essential to raise the discussion on this matter and which will be the starting point for a future digital Bill of Rights. This declaration is aligned with the Charter of Fundamental Rights in the National Digital Age, which refers to the importance of creating a social internet tariff and which in turn is aligned with the Constitutional Government Programme and the Action Plan for Digital Transition. The exceptional emergency situation caused by the COVID-19 disease demonstrated the increased need for internet access. in particular in access to public and private services, and in situations of telework and distant learning, giving particularly urgency to the need to ensure the universality of this same access, either through investment in equipment and infrastructure, or through the creation of conditions of economic accessibility for all citizens. On the other hand, the greater demand for services used via Internet has highlighted, in a notorious way, the need to reconsider what should be an adequate broadband Internet access service in the future. To this end, the diploma establishing the social tariff for the provision of broadband Internet access services to be applied to low-income of special social needs consumers will be soon approved, aligning their eligibility with the criteria in force for the social tariffs on other essential services such as energy and water. The next decade will certainly be the decade in which the opportunities brought about by the digital transition will be the engine of economic and social development towards a more connected continent, towards a fairer continent, towards a more digital continent. Thank you very much. Good work for this afternoon session.